Moose is in the house. Moose is in the house. Watch out. Watch out. Here's Moosey.
Hey, all, how's it going? Hope you're doing fantastic. I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. I appreciate it. Tonight we got some more DXBL. My voice is kind of going, and I don't know why. I haven't been doing a lot of talking. I haven't been doing a lot of streaming, but it does feel like my voice is starting to go a little bit. And I think it might have something to do. Hold on one sec. I think it might have something to do with I was cleaning today, and because I was cleaning, it was all dusty, and I think allergies are kicking in a little bit. One sec. I got to add the bracket link to the YouTube video, and then I think we're good to go. So it might be a little bit lower energy than normal today. I'm not tired. I'm feeling pretty good, actually, but I do feel allergies kicking in a little bit. Maybe I swallow a lot of dust. Maybe. Dude, this chair I have right now, it's got a lot of, like, ridges and stuff on it. You can't see, but, like, on the back and whatever, there's, like, all these, like, little ridges and, like, perfect places for dust to settle. And, like, what do you call it? Even this, like, the whatever, the pneumatics in it that stop the chair from like falling down have been like kind of going, and today they like dropped, like it sunk, and the jostle of hitting the ground shook a whole bunch of like chunks of like dust bunnies loose that I couldn't see, and so that was pretty disgusting. It's not something I want to have to deal with in the future, so I think it might be time for a new chair. Nobody tell Mickey Dadrad. Chair hydraulics suck. They are, yeah. Insert Monster Rancher death music. That's kind of what it felt like. So thank you to GoPause, Twitchy Torble, and Castle Croquet for the subs while stream was starting up. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. I was done and dusted then? Something like that. Anyway. Combo Breaker coming up in just a couple of weeks. I'm pretty excited about it. I have not had as much time to prepare as I would have liked because of how unbelievably extreme my work schedule is the next little bit and the last little bit as well. I've been like working on stuff while I'm at work because I just don't have time to like do videos and stuff. I wanted to get out like a bunch of shorts, just like advertising it. I think it's too late to like stress about that now. I would have loved to have it a little bit before. Waiting for September to subscribe. That's when subs are better for streamers. I mean, they're cheaper. I don't know if I actually get a bigger cut of it or not. Haven't gotten as much practice with the OG Monster Rancher 2 controls as I would have liked. I mean, you can just download an emulator. I'm going to be real. It is maybe the easiest game mechanically that has ever existed. Half expect to use R1 and L1 and wonder why the monster isn't moving, brother. I haven't played Strive in like 2 months, and I think I'm going to be okay. I'm sure you can figure out pressing left and right on the control pad. Oh, man. Howdily doodly. Howdily ho neighborino. But yeah, Combo Breaker coming up. Very excited. We have some news. Hold on. How's boxing training? Still sparring a lot? I've been sparring a little bit less just because all my coaches have been on break for the last little bit. But here, let me pull up the bracket. What do we got? We are happening Friday, May 23rd at 1 p.m. Event starts at 2 p.m. So I start setting up at 1. Everybody else, you know, comes in for 2. So a little bit later than last year. Last year we had like a 12 noon start, which, you know, I think was a little bit obnoxious for some people, but we're in the afternoon. You got time to figure it out. We're on Justin Wong's channel again, so that's pretty hype. They give us an hour to do the whole stream, so I think that might be you know, we might have a little bit more leeway as far as like getting, like doing an intro, talking about what Monster Rancher is, you you know, we don't need to be as rushed as we were last year, because last year they were like, come on, like we're super far behind schedule, we got to catch up, because the game before us was like ultra late. And then the entirety of top 4 from Monster Rancher ran in 20 minutes. So even with the commercial breaks. So it was not really that big of a deal. It was very easy to make things work. So I think this year we're going to be okay. Any PvP streams planned? If I can find time, let me look at my schedule real quick. Not this week. I work every day this week. I work today as well. Next Tuesday, maybe I can swing something. So that's one day on the 20th before Combo Breaker. We can do one stream of it. Have to introduce yourself during Combo Breaker and say, hey, I'm Moose Bones, never met a monster, couldn't ranch. I would not ever say that. I'm a normal ass person in real life. I can't imagine saying that. I do know, and so I've talked to, or rather, I need to talk to commentators this year, because we have Unholy coming again, and Golden can't do it this year. He can't make it happen. Macho man. I want to be a nacho man. Thank you, Macho. Appreciate it. Macho said he would do comms. I would do comms. It's I don't know. But if I'm doing comms, I got something I got to say. I got something to say. One monster versus 100 ranchers, who would win? Hope they don't mix up my name again on the overlay. They can't get away with it again this year, especially with what's happening this year. They can't let it happen again. Forgot about the flag thing. It was pretty obnoxious. You know, far be it from me to criticize the American education system, but there are countries that speak English where the people coming from them are not actually American. It's crazy, I know. It's hard to believe. It's news to some people. And what's really like funny about that is that it auto-populates. If they don't bother changing it, it auto-populates from start.gg. And on start.gg it says I'm Canadian. So they like saw that and were like, that doesn't sound right. And then they just put the American flag in. But I'll be representing Canada when I win this year. I heard they're going to stop the tariffs if I win, so that's the goal. All right, enough dilly-dallying, enough jibber-jabber, as it were. I'm just excited about Combo Breaker. I know everybody's doing their best to proselytize it because, you know, nobody gives a shit about this game. So, you know, if you tell 10 friends, 0 of them will be interested. There will be no, they tell 10 friends. It will not propagate. You'll tell 10 friends, they'll all forget about it immediately and move on, and then ask you about, like, I don't know. I don't even know what games kids are playing today. Minecraft still, probably. But they'll be talking about the movie and not, like, the lame-ass game. But, like, the cool movie. They'll talk about chicken jockeys or something. I don't know. RD1 because they put a pause on them today. Okay, yeah, that's like the 9th time it mattered. Yeah, for the 30th time this year. Yeah, it's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like I'll believe it when I see it. Is where I'm getting at. Trying to think of a monster I want to run besides Worm, but Worm was honest to God and hella fun. Feels good to play. Worm seems pretty good for competitive. Watch these tournaments while we have dinner, so you never know who gets interested out there. No, my point is, I guess I got a little bit distracted because what I was trying to say was I would like to see more people enter, because right now we're sitting at about 14 entrants at Combo Breaker. Last year we had about double that, but then like 10 people didn't show up. So the people that are signed up right now are people from the community who are like flying in to go there. So, like, I know they're going to show up, and people who played last year. And, like, those are it's basically, that's it, right? And there's nobody I'm not really familiar with. So I'm not convinced that we're gonna have a bunch of people who don't bother showing up for bracket. But yeah, it's also like a much more awkward year to travel than it was last year. Hey Zaf, how are you doing? Yeah, Octopimp played last year. He had what was his name? Applebee's foot job. Work said no. Damn, that sucks. I would simply get another job. I've gotten another job for less. Oh man, don't quit your job to play Monster Rancher. Don't do it. Despite what the funny internet man told you. Anyway, we got DXBL4 action tonight. It may not be pure PvP, but it is AI versus AI, and it's the good kind of AI. It's the kind of AI that's not gonna like drain the lake beside your house and make your water taste like gas. It's crazy. It's what AI meant before AI means what AI means now. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Been a fan of his work since he did Homestuck fan VAs. I didn't know he did that. That I see him in a new light now. It explains a lot of his stream, if I'm gonna be honest. Remember when AI was cool? I remember when Al was cool. Call me Al. Call me AI. Don't quit your job to play Modern Warfare 2 unless you're good at it. Yeah. Yeah, we're playing Modern Warfare 2 right now. Monster Rancher 2. Even then. Okay, Sank, Hogheg, and Icaramba up first. I guess you guys got to see this. I still haven't updated the stream overlay. I haven't had any time to do it with the cool thing that Matcha made. Because, you know, it's not enough to just have the logo. I need to, like, actually put the layout together. Yeah, Octopimp's a cool dude. We've raided him a couple of times. He was nice in person. Oakley dokley. We got some predictions. What do you guys like? You like the little doggy? Do you like the eyeball man? I should probably start recording. It is Fight Night, baby. This is DXBL4 Middleweight Week 3. Let's pretend I've been recording this whole time and didn't just start right now. Reading the doggy's name made your head heart? That's your boy. That is your boy. Got about 60% on Sank. Alright, what we got? Goes for a little punchy. It goes for a big punchy. Alright, the big punchy did it, but he's got 80 guts. He's still alive. Yodel misses. He can swing it again. He does swing it again. You're fucked, dog. What the dog doing? The dog gritting. He's still in it. Who's got this? Tail Assault? That Tail Assault kill? The off-stat basic tech? Oh my god. Game 2. Oh my god, the foolery Yodel? He grits again. The doggy will not go down. He's got that dog in him. He do. Doggy do. Another Tail Assault. The spit. He's swinging. He's doing his best. Finish him off. Got a little punchy. Ah, smooched to death. Poor dog. Poor dog making cat noises. It's a great game, folks. Okay, Hood Classic and Gandalf Field up next. Oh yeah, we got 38 months tonight, by the way. Okay, so Icaramba wins that one. Prediction is live. Also, I don't have like a bracket, like a ladder set up. Maybe that's something I'll do at work tomorrow when I'm killing time, working on people's PowerPoint presentations. I'll bring in my laptop. Got Naga's banned? Nope. In a lot of tournaments he is, but I kind of unbanned everything for this season. Just to see what would happen. 61%, 60% on Hood Classic. Snowstorm opener. The big storm. Down to half health. Turn Assault lands though, so he's very dead. Naga's restricted, but not banned in a lot of formats. Yeah, I don't think Naga is like straight up banned in any format. There's just... Okay, exact same. Second verse, same as the first, brother and sister. We got... And not brothers and sisters, just one. One brother and one sister. Meow and Jeremiah Funk up next. Jeremiah was a funk frog. Gandalfield is a sick name. Yeah, it is. Okay, so 3 matches in, we've seen like 4 different monsters. Prediction is live. Funny thing is, I had no idea there's another middleweight Sonic. I mean, it's a pretty good format for it. It's a good monster. Everybody betting on Meow. Here we go. Rushing punch, good damage, good opener. He's in a little bit of trouble here. Doesn't put him into power range either. Like a perfect roll. Tim Noise. He created the iPod. Double twiddling. He needs one more attack. Oh, the drill attack's gonna land though. No dodging. Not allowed to dodge. Not in this format. Alright, let me update some scores real quick. That's 3 2-0s. One HP in a Dream versus Don Reynolds. Some sure the Bow Wow 1v1? I mean, it might happen. Why wouldn't it happen? They both lost. Don Reynolds. Okay. I'm thinking of Steve Jobs. No, I'm thinking of Tim Apple. Okay, prediction is live. Who do you guys like? Teams compel you to support the wall. It's probably a pretty good build. Yeah, it's a cool stat spread. Don Reynolds is a pretty good stat spread too. It's just maybe not a great matchup for it. The thing is though, Plant has some real accurate stuff, and being super minus on skill, still probably has like 20 to 30% chance on a lot of his attacks. 58% on 1 HP in a Dream. Yeah, 40% on root attack. Holy, that's spooky. You only need to land 1. Oh shit, that knocked the big damage though. Base drill miss. And he got smooshed. 1 HP in a Dream. Living that dream right now. Flattening out. A little bit of damage on Reynolds. Building up some guts. Going to be a little bit more accurate now. Jab combo. Probably his least accurate move. He's got anger. And he got smooshed again. Okay. He tried. But the dream is alive and well, folks. 1 HP in a Dream wins that one. Dad of Phantom and Broomstick up next. Okay, prediction is live. Who do you guys like? Speed versus tank. Classic matchup. Oh, you got roll assault on him? I don't even know which one you're talking about. I assume the crab. It's better for the crab than it is for dino. 57%. They both got it. All right. He's super dead. All right. Zumok looks horrendous. He's just a log. Oh, good damage on Million Claws. Holy. He's out of guts now, though. Claw Assault miss. Big miss on that. Punch doing huge damage. Another one? It's going to be enough. He tried. He did a good job. It was a close match. Crab going to do it. It's been 2-0s across the board. Not a single close set. Gogurt and Vespinato up next. All right, we got a prediction live. Log Dog. Log Dog did his best. Pretty good mix of builds today. Hasn't all been tanks, hasn't all been speed. These guys have got the exact same spread. It's a pretty common spread for like a speedy middleweight. All right. Hidden Sting, not enough to kill. Real power, baby. Chop, big miss on that. Samurai Kick, he's unbelievably dead. Look at how slow his Gus regen is now. It doesn't matter. Next hit wins. Yeah. Very, very rare to win after Real wears out. But when you only got to do 28 damage, it makes it a lot easier. I love that he has Electric Blow. Not a great tech, but absolutely one of my favorite techs. I have to like force myself not to get it on a Gaboo if my goal is to like actually win. So I don't think it's very good, but it is sick as hell. And that's often worth more IMO. Okay. Vespinato gonna take that. Gelato and Creepy Tree. We got Gogurt, now we got Gelato. It's a Tilda, right? Yeah, okay. Electric Blow does feel great against tanks, though. It absolutely does. The Torque on Electric Blow is sick. He, like, over-rotates. Like, he can't stop himself. Okay, prediction is live. Who do you guys like? Too bad you have to get Back Blow. I think Back Blow is probably better. I feel like that would Ninja Kick. It's too risky for the cost, in my opinion, but Goop has it entirely because it's my favorite Gaboo tech. Yeah, but sometimes you just gotta go for style. Fashion over function. 65% of the chips on Mach. Is that JP? No, JP didn't even put the most on him. Big Gatling miss. Somersault miss too. The Speedy Boys. Hits him with a little leaf. 2 lashes miss. Leaf cutter. Super accurate. Misses anyway. Ninja Kick will at least kill if it hits. I mean, so will Electric Blow. It's like, what, 48 force or something? Oh, Leaf Gatling definitely going to finish him off with 1 second left. Does just at 55. A miss is pretty much lost. Yeah, for sure. Oh, leaf cutter, big damage. And another one. He's still living. He doesn't have power. Dodge the leaf gatling. He's got a big guts lead here. He can do damage. He missed the tusk slash though. Can't land anything. You guys can't do anything. Another leaf cutter. Well, missing everything does make it hard to win. The Mock is going to take it. Conquest and down to Clown up next. Yeah, sometimes you just miss every attack. Oh, hold on. Whose is this? It's Dance, yeah. Oh, we got a Bazoo? I don't think anything will ever beat... well, I mean, I'm sure we can come up with better names, like, eventually, but Mace Windude is definitely, like, an all-timer name. Prediction is live. Who do you like? And all Bazoos will be measured against Mace Windude. It may not be fair, but it is what it is. Just think about Mace Windude? Hell yeah. You don't see many Bazoos. Mon Bazoo, even. 61% on Conquest. Here we go. Hey, Psycho Smurf. Thank you. Okay, well, that horse got punched to death. That's crazy. You have to watch an entirely different type of stream to see that normally. Okay, that was kind of funny. Alright. Well. Punching. Punching makes me feel good. Bugzito Mask and Baron up next. Optimal clowning? Okay, I don't know. This is I don't see any names I immediately recognize. Kev. Sorry, Kev. They don't deem you worthy. Bugzito Mask is top tier naming. It's pretty good, yeah, for sure. Oh, we got a Lorica? Hell yeah. Okay, predictions live. Who do you guys like? Just purebred centaur with better stats. And a big club. He's got a big mace. For Winduden. Wow, Baron with the low power is interesting. Very, very tanky. Most people betting on Bugzito Mask in this one. We got a 70-30 split. Giant Thwack, real spooky in this matchup. Crit Rolling Slash for 300. Okay, that's a hit tech, by the way. It's kind of expensive in this matchup, but it's like absolutely one of the worst techs he could be swinging, and it's doing good. That's the worst tech he could be swinging for sure. Slash combo, this could do it. Oh, he's still alive. Fury, 3 seconds left. Doesn't have enough guts to attack, though. Baron gonna take it. Bugzito Mask gonna need to not use the hit techs. Alright, well. Walking forward. Straight gonna do a little bit of damage. Thunderbolt again? Oh my god, he hasn't used either of the thwack attacks. Slash combo gonna do a big chunk. He's still alive though. Ooh, very close. Who's gonna win? It's close, man. Another back blow. Yeah, that'll finish him off for sure. I always appreciate the community's ability to come up with the best names. Dude, the Thunderbolts are killing me. But they're not killing Baron. Gives him Fury, though. Fury, anything would be good. It's going to run out this long-ass animation. Heavy blow is a good chunk of damage, but... He has not used a single heavy attack. He's used every attack in his kit except for Smash Thwack and Giant Thwack. T-Bolt gonna timer scam? He barely wins it, but he wins it. Oh, man. That's our first 2-1. Tuxedo Mask squeaks out a win against Baron. Fishmonger and Killer Queen up next. This is a funny name because the censoring makes it seem a lot worse than the normal game is. Once you know what's censored, it's like, oh, I wouldn't have even thought of that. God, that Bajarl card. Alright, predictions live. Who do you guys like? Did nothing in one true to form. Fish what? Fish hooker. Yeah, we got a genie fight. That's her reading his name. 74% on Killer Queen. Here we go. Mystic Pot opener, Mystic Pot miss. It might be over, folks. That's a huge guts deficit to be playing the rest of the match on. Oh, Magic Punch miss. A lot of stuff Killer Queen has will just straight up kill in one hit, though. Hook is censored? It's not Hook. His name's not Fish Hooker. You think his name is Fish Hooker? That's crazy. Angry Hook gonna miss. So actually, no, it's not. His name is not Fish Hooker. What the fuck are you talking about? I love Twitch chat because like someone can say something, I'll be like, no, that's wrong, and they're like, it's right. Good job, Fish Fucker. Yeah. No, it's not. No. You guys are crazy. Fishmonger gonna win that one 2-0. Mako Tsunami, yeah. Manly Oak and Equitatus. Hook fucker. Hell yeah. Okay, that's... He's got two? They're both him. Oh, it's with an E. You just reuse the name multiple times. Oh, it's J. It's not even the same. Jeez. We need to start going by horse naming rules. You can't take the same name someone else has taken. It's not the censored one. That was yeah. There's a lot going on there. All right. Anyway, Hook Fucker loses that. We're going to prediction for this one: Manly Oak and Equitatus. As we get monsters named Donut God, I was just thinking potatoes, even when I read that, because you know potatoes is the best horse name that's ever been made. And did I get a haircut a little while ago? I shaved. That's the difference. Hoof-Hearted is up there? Hell yeah. %53% on Equitatus. Alright, he got big smooshed, but he's living. Yeah, alright. Hell of a comeback. Game 2. Big schlap. Slightly smaller schlap. Oh, he's living. Alright. Equitatus has not missed an attack. It does have some pretty accurate stuff, though. Turn stab. The one turn stab use is exactly that. You beat him with that riding crop. Alright. Equitatus gonna win that one 2-0. Mitochondrion and Solemn up next. Did I spell it? Mitochondrion. Is turn stab not quite as terrible in formats where a lot of mons were low, where a lot of mons run low life? Yeah, I mean that's where it's better for sure. It'd be really good in like welterweight. Predictions live. Who do you like? Is this the powerhouse of the ranch? Is this a bird? As someone who's never beaten the game or unlocked all the monsters, this stream has shown me monsters I've never conceived of, horrors beyond my comprehension. There's a lot of that, yeah. This is a good game for horrors. Alright, Solemn with literally all of the votes. Is this going to be a good day for plants? Yeah, well, I mean, get drilled in the balls, brother. Fist Missile is such a funny attack on like certain monsters when it like has no recoil. They're just kind of like, ah, oh shit, the power jab. Not in the balls. You got him in the balls twice. Oh, what a combo. Mitochondrion still chilling though. Jab combo, a little bit inaccurate. Okay, super inaccurate now. Root attack, gonna do a little bit of damage. This is the second one. Another hammer fall. It's got power. Power face drill. 700 damage. Mitochondrion. Gonna take that. You don't need to land every attack when your opponent's got 300 speed. Formidable and liquid. What the what even is this? Fur? I don't even know what that could be. I don't know. It might be the one that we think it is, but we're just gonna leave it as is. To upload that is pretty, that's a choice. Fur hooker, yeah, it's fur hooker, for sure. For Booker? Alright, everybody lost their points on that one, by the way. Prediction is live. Who do you like? For ho ho ho? Furmonger? We got Moo and we got Liquid. Mustard. Never seen Moo? Well, you're seeing him now. He's got a goofy little face. 58% on the Moo. Basics Moo, eh? Yeah, eh? Good damage on Tail Whip. 2 in a row? 3 in a row? It'll do it. Oh, power diving press? Holy moly. Egrets, he's still in it. What do we got? Long punch. Should have kept swinging, brother. That's all I'm going to say. Liquid takes it. Oh, the foolery. Long punch miss. He's got a huge guts lead. This is the power of Basics Dragon. You build up a lot of guts. Needs one more bite. No, he gets out of range. Power Shockwave. He gets out of the way. Another bite is going to do it. We're going to game 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the capsule one. Good damage. Bite, bite, bite. And slapped. Well... So if you're curious, what people are talking about there is that the job minigame can give you a DNA capsule. And the DNA capsule can potentially give you a moo. And the moo starts with grit, but it's the only moo that starts with grit. It's otherwise illegal. That move's Game Sharked? No, he exists in the original game. Okay. Predictions live. Who do you guys like? Capsules are Game Sharked? In the original game, yeah, but in DX, you just win them from the job minigame. I thought Fenric said there was no point, but the point is to have moo with grit. Or, yeah, I mean, basically. But you can get additional battle specials. It's not available in vanilla. It's not available in the PlayStation 1 version because the Pocket Station was never released. Or, like, the Pocket Station capabilities were, like, cut from the game for the Western release. 63% on Flower Trip. Explosion opener? Alright, explosion closer. Has no point with regard to single player. I mean, that's how you unlock those breeds, but other than that, yeah. Okay, another explosion. Oh, fuck, man. Alright, well, that was a set. Guac and I Shank a Lot up next. I Smurf. It's an RBMK reactor explodes. Okay, prediction is live. What do you guys like? Also, did you guys notice it was like doing damage to himself before the explosion happened? Like it was like doing 9 damage to himself, and then the other number came up like way later. I don't know if I ever noticed it, like did the self damage so much earlier. What do we got here? About 70% on the Tiger. The double pierce miss. Stabbing do a lot of damage. He's in trouble. And the bite gonna finish him off. That'll do it. He's hungry for the guac. The guac 3000. What do we got? Game 2. A little bit of scratching, a little bit of whipping. Nah, can't land nothing. Suddenly remembering the tank Joe that had the tournament run of its life. Alright, I Shank a Lot. Gonna take it. I mean, whatever the... I forget his name, but the one that Vivid made. Hey, Charisma here. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I Shank a Lot with a 2-0 there. Slop Tart, yeah. Joan of Slash and Shinko. Or is it Juan? Okay, we got a metal gel. Prediction is live. What do you guys like? Who do you guys like? Who do you like? We've got this and then 3 more matches in round 1. I can go get some more water. We're probably going to end a little bit early tonight, but I'm okay with that. I got to get up early for work tomorrow. Like, my work schedule is, like, really unrelenting this month. The fact that I just, like, serendipitously have every Monday night off is, like, a big blessing. 63% on Shinko. Shinko Biloba. Here we go. He's got Gelcopter. Is this gel build? Mixed attacker, baby. Power 3 cubes will do it. You only gotta do 600 damage. Oh, Gelcopter miss. He's in a little bit of trouble now. Just smoked in the head. Okay, here we go. Takes it. He's gonna win it. Look at that. 2-1. Lanny Poffo and Quiver up next. Shinko de Mayo. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, prediction is live. Who do you guys like? Why can Gel become a helicopter? I don't know, man. Consult your local Monster Rancher library for more info. 69% on Lanny Poffo. That's pretty nice. Big arrow. Bigger arrow. He's chilling though. Angry spit? I think you gotta be pretty angry to spit at your opponent. IB miss. Oh no, the splash finisher. He grits though, he's still in it. Only has to do 400 damage. Tail Assault is not the play for that though. Kiss, still in it if it lands. Okay, 9 seconds left on the clock. Crit spit could do it. Doesn't even need the crit. I called it. I said he was in it. You guys didn't believe me. You guys start listening to me some more. Icicle arrow, good damage. The I-beam miss. The I-beam hit. He's got 20 life left. Another icicle arrow. No crit on it. Crit would have killed there. Oh, a splash. It's not enough, though. It doesn't proc anger. Next hit wins. Cold Fog gonna finish him off. And we're going to game 3. It's because gels, much like helicopters, don't have bones. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that seems fair. He's angry. Angry kiss? Say goodbye to 77 guts. Holy moly. Angry again? He's angry that last kiss didn't kill. Kiss, kiss, kill, kill. Oh, he got smoked. He's gritting, though. He's chilling. Another one? It's gonna land. He's gonna do it. Look at that. Lanny Poffo with the comebacks. He does it. Look at that. What a set. Ivy and Mana LaPrancha up next. This might be hard to find. Okay. Parentheses in the monster name? No. Alright, it's my boy's time to shine. Here we go. Oh, he was built for this. He could still lose, like, very easily. One bolt is all it'll take. Prediction is live. What do we got? It's just like those Chinese cartoons. Something like that. Alright, what do we got? Oh, my boy actually lands the stuff he's supposed to land. Destiny Island Wooden Sword? Hell yeah. Just gotta walk forward, brother. It's time. Pop, pop. Crit? No crit? Mamma mia. Can you dodge the lightning? The flame hits? He grits, though. He's still alive. We're still in it, baby. Big Bang, 33%. Fuck you. Like, fuck off. Alright. Game number 2. Here we go. We're dodging. Rush slash, not what we want? Okay. You got other moves, brother? Whatever works. Whatever works. Hold up. Is rush slashing, is this fire? Game number 3. Kicks. He's in Deathbringer range. He's got it. Oh, baby. He's got it. All right. That's what he's made for, brother. But father. I'll take it. 2-1. Granola and Shape of Lamer, our last match of round 1. And with that, every middleweight will have fought. It is Bagman's, right? Yeah. Appreciate the Durhan loadout. It's yeah, it's fun. I'm not the first one to do it. I think I'm the first one to do it with this stat spread. Prediction is live, but the just Deathbringer and just Slash combo has other people have done that. GG's Infinity. I got smoked by that Big Bang. That like hurt me on like a spiritual level. Your middleweight Durhan also has the loadout. Yeah, it's fun for sure. I think most people have like a more like, you know, like less stupid stat spread. Like the 100 life is quite low. 55% on Shape of Lamer. Here we go. Dom slash combo. Oh, okay. But yeah, I have seen other people. That was wild after missing lightning. Yeah, I know. You missed the 60% and then you hit the big one. Wow. All right. That was you know, if you're granola, if you're Bagman even. If you're granola or Bagman, you're shaking that one off. Oh shit, he learned. We're going to game 3. Got him with the Rayquaza. A little bit of damage on the arrow. Another one. Kamikaze is the play. He's in range for it. Fuck. Okay, whatever. Face attack. Ice Sword. No. She's giving it up. Another Cold Fog. It crits. It's not enough. 77 on Kamikaze. Gonna take it. Granola. Just tanks his way through that one. One bolt and it's over, but also one slash combo or Deathbringer, it's over for them. So you figure I have 67% chance of winning. You add that to my 2/3 chance. What a good promo, man. Alright, Granola's going to take that one. I'm going to go take a quick break so I can get some more water. That's our first round in the books. I will BRB. I'll see you guys in a sec. Uno momento. All right, welcome back, everyone. Hope you're doing well. If you're just tuning in, we are about to start round 2, DXBL4 Middleweight Week 3. We got Hood Classic and Icaramba up first. That's going to be a tough one. We got a couple of Cheatermans here with Hood Classic and whatever that Ripper was called. Sways by Mac and Cheese. Okay, predictions live. Who do you guys like? Womp, womp, womp. Dude, I'm so excited for Combo Breaker. I'm not really excited about, driving there this year. Though I do have people to keep me company this year. We're doing a little bit of a carpool. The border is hopefully not obnoxious. It was kind of obnoxious last year, so I'm not looking forward to it this year. 50-50. Carpool will be fun? Yeah, for sure. You got the yodel. Tail Assault, big damage? Holy moly. Alright, game number 2. Hood Classic, yet to miss an attack, yet to not win in a single attack. Ah, there we go. First time for everything. The Tail Assault, not what he wants. 2 in a row? He's got to be getting those kisses. The double spit? Dodge the Tail Assault. He's in a good spot. The triple Tail Assault dodge. Gets punched right in the eyeball. Oh, shit. He's losing. He's losing. He hits the yodel. He's going to win it. Icaramba wins game number 2. All your paper sorted out? I mean, I don't have to, bring anything crazy over the border. I don't have any medication or anything, so I'm just passport and my suitcase, and that's it. Stab, big damage. Thwack. We got Tail Assault, double Tail Assault. It didn't do a lot of damage, but it did wither 17 guts. He's got ease, baby. He did ease, and then he did foolery immediately out of the ease, which canceled it out. Which, it might be the first time I've ever seen that happen. My monster breeding license, I got the master of breeding already. We're okay. He's gonna take that. Icaramba wins that one. 2-1. Next up, 1 HP in a Dream and Jeremiah Funk. All right, we just saw one Naga lose. What about the second one? Prediction is live. Who do you like? Yeah, last year at the border was kind of funny because the guy made me pop the trunk, which is, very standard procedure. And then he's like, what are all these briefcases? I'm like, oh, they're laptops. He's like, why do you need laptops? I'm like, well, we can play video games on them. And he was like, laptops? Like, you can play games on laptops? I'm like, I don't want to explain how this works, man. Oh, you've never used a computer before? Come on, man. 85% and 1 HP in a Dream. And then on my way back, the guy at the Canadian border, who I swear was wearing eyeliner, was like, you didn't buy anything when you were there? And I'm like, no, I bought a painting. I've shown it on stream before. The Shy Guys painting that's above my head that you guys can't see because it's facing me and not you. And I'm like, yeah, I bought this. And he's like, do you have anything else to declare? And I was like, no. And he's like, really? You went to a convention and you only bought one thing? And I'm like, yeah, like what? Like, And then he was looking at and he's like, I can see your controller. And I'm like, yeah, I brought that over the border with me. That belongs to me, and I didn't buy it there. And he's like, I don't believe you. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, fine. Yeah, I spent $200 on that. And he's like, see, that wasn't so hard. I'm like, all right, man. You got me. Run by boomers? No, the dude was probably younger than me. They're just, you know, I don't know. I'm going to say some shit that's going to get me detained at the border when I go over. I will say it. And, you know, agent watching this right now, I'm sure you're a very nice person. I got nothing against you. It does seem like a lot of the people I would say it's about half and half. Most people just are like, whatever. It is what it is. This is a job, and I let people through the border. And the other half are like, this is the only, like, vestige of power I have in my life. And I'm going to do my damnedest to make sure everybody knows it. Anyway, we got this shit happening right now. Prediction is live. Who do you like? This is the most brother fight. You can play tons of games on laptops. Minesweeper, Solitaire. You can paint stuff. Can you go on the internet on laptops? That'd be really cool. Everybody at this border has no idea. All I bought was the Shy Guy painting. 77% on Data Phantom. No, you can't. Uh-oh. 3D Space Cadet Pinball? Hell yeah. I don't think you can do an internet on laptop? Alright, well, you know, the jury's out, I suppose. I think that's when you do a book? Oh, maybe. Did cool math games in school? Oh, hell yeah. Alright, well, that was, this is a set, folks. We're going to game 3. Wormhole loops in the pinball? Yeah. Another crit claw assault. He's got real. Okay, he's tanking the punches. Is he going to finish him off before? Oh, he's... Okay, he's probably unbelievably dead. That's a basic punch, brother. No! The real wear-off is real indeed. That man had an adrenaline crash. Alright. Vespinato takes that one 2-1. Now we got all the 2-1s. Bugzito Mask and Creepy Tree up next. I think only tablets can use the interwebs? Oh, okay. Laptops don't have enough RAM downloaded for that. I'm learning a lot. We need more 4D3D3. Hey, Pyro! Thank you for the gift sub. Very kind. Yeah, 600 punch because of the real wearing off and the massive guts lead. Okay. Predictions live. Who do you guys like? You thought the internet was only in America? That might have been it. Yeah, I hope it's okay. It should be, like, not crazy. I think the fact I'm going with other people will make it a little bit easier because 81% on Creepy Tree. I always get asked, you know, because they look you up and everything, right? And so they're like, what do you do for work? And you tell them, and they're like, oh, you're going to a convention when you work audiovisual? And it's like, yeah, man, like, every fucking event on the planet needs audiovisual. It doesn't mean I'm working all of them. I'm not trying to sneak in and work. Like, if I go to a concert, am I working the concert? Like, it doesn't make sense. People are crazy. And claim one laptop each, yeah. Luxedo Mask takes game number 1. Haven't had the internet hooked up into our igloos yet. I'm just gonna say I work at a banquet hall if they ask. It's not wrong. Check in with us on Discord when you get through? Yeah, for sure. I'll let you guys know. There'll be 3 of us. I'm sure someone can send messages. We're going to game 3. Here we go. It's called Internet in Canada. It says Pan Global Hyper WAN connection. Is that anything like James WAN? Damn, crit back blow? That's gonna take it. Look at that. Holy moly. I love Galley, man. Bam! Fishmonger and down to clown. I mean, hook fucker. Why not say you work at self-employed? Because the next question would be, what do you do? And then I either gotta lie, predictions live, or, you know, I tell the truth and say I work in audiovisual. I have not worked an event in the States in a very long time. And the last time I did was remote from like my office. That was like during COVID, like 5 years ago. Every time I go to the States though, they're like, you're trying to work. Like, I'm not. 54%. Money's on fish hooker? It's hook fucker. No, he gets him with the hook. Where's the fucker? Where's the beef? Beat his ass. I make bitcoins. I make physical bitcoins that I sell for real money. Troy McClure? No, what I have is a romantic abnormality. Fishmonger gonna take that one 2-0. Just send hook fucker? Hell yeah. Mitochondrion and Equitatus up next. Actually have more inherent value than actual Bitcoin. I've talked about it for a while, and like I've mentioned this a couple of times, but I think the idea of like blockchain stuff is like kind of interesting, though I do think it creates issues that like didn't really exist, and like doesn't solve the problems it says it's going to. Like it basically exists as a worse version of things that already exist, right? Prediction is live. Because, you know, without having any sort of like committee oversight or like government oversight or whatever, like it's, you know, surprisingly, who would have thought, rife for scams and shit. So it doesn't do the job it's supposed to do. It's not secure in the way it's supposed to be secure. But I do think, like, you know, having an electronic like ledger of like transactions is kind of an interesting idea that could be, you know, probably implemented with like extreme oversight. 61% on Equitatus. But what makes it interesting is not like all the get rich quick shit. It's like some pretty basic, like high level, like secretarial jobs that like you are not like fundamentally interesting to most people. Issues like climate change and problems also like climate change. Yeah, exactly. 100%. People always talk about tech like that as if it's like, well, it's a tool. There's going to be good actors and bad actors, but it's like really only bad actors right now. There are no good actors. It's just a bunch of Steven Seagals running around. We need more like Cillian Murphys. That's all I'm saying. You can prove you own it if you licked it. It's like high school cafeteria pizza. True. Ooh, face drill, big damage. Not enough though. And the good applications, like you said, don't actually solve existing problems. No, they're novel ways to solve problems that like already have solutions. Steven Seagal is the most dangerous man in the world. That's true. I have heard that. Anyway, I don't care enough. If I'm being honest, it's not a topic I'm like super embroiled in. I think until they figure out a way to like do it without chopping down like 4,000 trees to send an email, or like prove that like I bought a monkey JPEG, I don't think it has any actual application in a world that plans to exist in 50 years. I saw this tweet about it, or whatever it's called on Blue Sky. A Blue Sky tweet. Because I'm not saying skeet. That's not a millennial bullshit. All right, predictions live. That was like a lot of like the discourse around AI is like this weird like miasma that like you're not allowed to like criticize how fucking crazy and like how unbelievably negative it is in like mainstream media. But I don't think that's true. I think most people aren't on board with it. Most people realize how fucked up it is. Sure, your aunt who works a desk job at like a real estate firm or whatever is like, oh, the chat GPT bot helps me send emails 4% more effectively. But like, I think most people are like, it's kind of fucked up. Is that Metal Gear? Yeah. I want to be on Twitter because it's Nazi heaven, but I don't want to be on Blue Sky because people there are annoying AF in a different way. Okay, so I've made the point before that like the difference between like traditional like MAGA and like blue MAGA is like people who like follow MAGA are like stuck in this mindset that things that are like traditions and ideals that have existed in the past are worthy specifically because they're tenacious. They are good because they have been around. And people in blue MAGA and like ultra libs, their like weird disconnect is that they don't think their worldview can be wrong. Not because of, you know, they are following traditions of the past, but because they don't outwardly hate black people. They have the moral high ground and, you know, they can't be wrong about any discourse because they don't hate minorities. They do, but like not outwardly, not in a way that is like really like quantifiable. And they think that makes like, that gives them carte blanche to like never have to change their worldview on anything. Whereas like original MAGA zero, whatever you want to call it, is basically, I don't need to change my worldview because it's the worldview that's always existed. And so neither of these types of people want to learn. And Twitter is full of, you know, Republican MAGA, and Blue Sky is full of like ultra lib, like blue MAGA. And it's very, very obnoxious in a very similar way, except there's a lot less like calls for like genocide. That's basically it. It's just like, I can't be wrong. My opinions are valid, and everyone else is a fucking idiot except for me. And I know that might sound like hypocritical because like, obviously I think I'm right about everything, just like everybody else thinks they're right about everything. But the difference is it like sucks to be wrong, and it sucks to like have to learn or like unlearn something, but I at least try. I don't know, man. Will Monster Rancher 2 streamer doesn't get canceled for incredibly reasonable take. I don't. It just sucks. Okay. I think like Twitter sucked because people were like, to distill it even more. Twitter sucks because people were super hateful on Twitter. That's why I don't use Twitter anymore. Blue Sky sucks because these people are not hateful, but they think they're better than you. And it's the dumbest, like some of the dumbest people I've ever like seen string together a sentence on a keyboard, and they're so smug about it. They're so smug about the fact that their Gen X children let them online unsupervised, basically, is what it is. And I won't say it's worse. It's definitely not worse than people who are just outwardly hateful. But it is obnoxious, and I fully support anyone who doesn't want to use either. Reminds me a lot of Tumblr. It's very Tumblr-esque, yeah. It's like if your grandma had access to Tumblr, is what it feels like. Bit easier to curate your own experience. Yeah, you say that, and it's true, but it still sucks. Different flavors of terminally online, 100%. It's like 4chan versus like Facebook refugees. Like I told this story the other day of Liquid wins that one, by the way. I told the story the other day of the dog I saw in the parking lot, and I posted anonymously to a group, and I'm like, hey, I saw this dog. I don't know if it's lost or whatever. It's like a lost and found pets Facebook group, and it's got like hundreds of likes. Like lots of people have seen it, but people were like mad at me for not like grabbing the dog off the street and like bringing it home with me. That's not true. I've had to unfollow a few friends because the wild ass porn they post on Blue Sky, I'm not allowed to filter out. That's true. Yeah, you can't unless you just straight up mute them. But yeah, they were like actually mad at me, and you know, they're mad that I didn't post. I didn't like follow proper posting etiquette, and like I didn't read the rules and this and that. And it's like, brother, it's a fucking lost dog Facebook group. I'm not here for a good time. I'm not here for a long time. Here's a dog that I saw. Maybe somebody's missing it. Predictions live, and I don't know. Like fucking. The ball's in your court now, brother. And they're like, actually, when you post, you're supposed to post the intersection, and you're supposed to post this and that. I'm like, brother, I posted the exact address. If you are not interested in the exact address and you want me to make it vaguer, like more vague than the exact address, then you're just virtue signaling, because I've given you extremely pertinent info. And so what you're saying is you're just mad that like I didn't follow your like stupid rules. You don't actually care about finding this dog. You need a hobby. That's all I'm saying. Monster Rancher 2 is goated. It is goated. Dude had a chance for free dog and decided not to take it. That's just the kind of guy I am. Double it and give it to the next guy. 87% on Lanny Poffo. Here we go. I believe passing it on. Oh my god, bitten to death. Holy moly. You need a hobby, come learn Monster Rancher. I should just say that to like everybody from now on. Can you repost this with alt text describing your post? I understand the alt text thing, but I never do it. And it's not out of like some kind of like moral thing. I just straight up like forget every single time, and I'm sorry. I also don't post enough or like to a big enough audience where I think it matters that much. Damn, that's a big stab. Lanny Poffo in a little bit of trouble here. Jog on 10 or Holgon. Holhon 10, thank you. Welcome. You start playing Monster Rancher 2 on Switch? Hell yeah. Oh, Kato's not going well? Kato's sick. You want a trick to beat the game with Kato? You do meditate drills, and you get Twister Claw. GG's, you've beaten the game. Oh, wait, that was a 2-1. That's not me being glib or, like, trying to, like, tell you, like, you don't know how to play or, like, be mean about it. Kato specifically is like kind of fucked up in how strong it is. I believe in you. I believe you can do it. Twister Claw is one of the most broken techs in the game when you have control over your monster. Kato's the speedrun mon, yeah. Which Twister Claw, yeah. You get it from Torval C, the hit tech errantry. Granola and Shinko up next. Kato lives a long time, so it can take a while to get great gains. That's true, too. Depending on the breed you have. Kato's really, really long lifespan might mean that you're stuck in a baby stage for a long time before your stats really pop off. But yeah, great intelligence and skill and speed. And if you just crank those 3 stats, you're probably fine to beat the game. You'll have some trouble against like Thanatos and Carmine. Prediction's live, by the way. If you don't have like any life, you don't have anything invested in life, there's a couple of mons that you'll have a hard time against, but those are definitely the 3 stats you need to focus on. I think Kato was the first monster I had as a kid that went far. Yeah, Blue Kato was the first monster I beat the game with. I already knew as a kid. Intelligence, speed, and skill, yeah. And you don't even really need that much skill once you get Twister Claw. Twister Claw is like unbelievably accurate. That's its strength. It's pretty cheap, very fast animation. So even if it misses, like your opponent doesn't have a lot of time to build up guts, 50-50 on the bets. And it's so accurate that like you can beat the game. I think the speedrun beats it with like 200 skill. And then 800 speed, 800 intelligence. Terminator 2 gel? Yeah. That big Gelcopter, he's angry. That's gonna do a lot of damage. Into the Kamikaze? That's the classic. You got him with the 1-2. Try to go ahead and next, not really beating the game. Dude has more attack. I mean, Kato does have a lot of power attacks. So I understand why, you know, it makes... why you would want to grab that. And a lot of them are, like, sick. But his power gains are, like, really, really bad. So until you like kind of have a better idea of what you're doing, or you have access to like some more like complicated training methods through drugs and things like that, which you don't early game, it can be kind of hard to actually like boost his stats if you're focusing on power. Sancho. Yeah, good luck, Spider Crab. All right, here we go. Wait, who is the last one? Granola one, yeah. Okay. Prediction is live. Who do you guys like? Yeah, legendcup.com has a ton of info if you ever wanted to know anything about the game. First monsters to beat both games were Magna Golem and Monster Rancher 1, then Blue Kato and Arrowhead for 2. Man beat the game with 2 different monsters. That's crazy. Okay, 67% on Prancha. That's crazy because I'm not built to beat speed mons. 2 rush slashes will do it, but like... Alright. That went about as well as expected. Game number 2. Here we go. Okay. That was a whole set. One day I will dodge, but today is not that day. I dodged in the first set. He used up all his dodge points. Meow and Don Reynolds up next. Yeah, GG. You named your Naga hair Edgehog? Like you just named it after the breed? Okay, prediction is live. Who do you guys like? I remember I named my Pikachu Pikachu. Do you want to raise another blue Kato in my current file for a salty run back? Hell yeah. You named it Shadow? Shadow the Edgehog? Hell yeah. $69% on Don Reynolds. Recently raised a plant that looks like the reggae singer? Yeah, the reggae plant, yeah. Goofy monster. Had a Dayton named Dayton in Monster Rancher 1 that got far. I believe that. Okay. So he wins on guts. Super interesting match. He used 20 more guts. So the plant wins game number 1. There is a tiebreaker system in this game if you've never seen it. 70% scratch miss. Alright. Alright. Don Reynolds in a pretty good spot. It can keep attacking. 30% chance is not great, but it is better than nothing. Yeah, missed a couple of 70%, which sucks, but there you go. He's got some damage on the board. 9 seconds left. The root attack lands, but it's not going to be enough. Headbutt, just to give him the what for. We're going to game 3, folks. You bought tickets to this fight. You feel pretty ripped off. Mayweather versus Mayweather. Oh, root combo, big opener. Rushing punch. Almost beat his ass. Goes for twiddling too. He's down 50 guts. He's got to watch out. The root attacks can finish it here. 2, 3. Oh my god. Gift of prophecy. If I've ever seen it. How do I keep doing it, folks? Don Reynolds going to take that one 2-1. Go-Gurt and Broomstick up next. I'm starting to think maybe it's not allergies. My throat is getting like scratchy, so maybe I have a cold. At least if I'm getting sick now. At like the very beginning of cold season. And then I'll be okay by the time Combo Breaker rolls around.
I want to play video games.
Hey, Azul, thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Appreciate it as always. Can just mean bad post-nasal drip. That too. I sneezed a couple of times and then it was like kind of done. Means I won't get sick at the con. Yeah, definitely not. Oh, we're all gonna get so sick. Mask or no mask. Everyone's getting sick. Prediction is live. Who do you like? Yeah, what do we got? 87% on the Zoomy boy. 96 though, gonna have a sick ass time, maybe. Power roll assault, he lands it. Oh my god, man. Then your body gets some antibodies. Yeah, be the sickest you've ever been. And make sure everyone else is sick too. Power tail, it lands. The double power play. Oh my god, Broomstick takes it. That's a 2-0 for the Broomstick. Gelato and Baron up next. Okay, prediction is live. Oh yeah, Baron's your monster, eh? Were you here for the first fight? It was real close. It was definitely like the best fight of the first round for sure. Yeah, I'm a big Lorica fan. Okay, 55% on Baron. A great matchup for your boy. Yeah, the ultra big defense is gonna be spooky. What do we got from Baron? Has he got another rolling slash? It lands! 210 damage, Gelato's chilling. Bite, not a terrible play. 3? Oh, he goes for Tusk Slash? It's gonna do it. He whittles him down. Next game. Tail Lash. Tail Lash probably like the worst tech to be swinging in this matchup. Punch combo. He tries to throw the hands. He misses. Somersaults. Good damage. Good withering. Good gravy. Rush Slash. Miss. Ooh, another Tusk Slash. Just peppering him with these little hits. Gelato does it. That's a 2-0. Next up, Conquest and Killer Queen. The aura on punch combo is just too strong. It's really cool, man. Okay, predictions live. Who do you guys like? Nobody's missing. So it comes down to who do you think is going to land bigger attacks? Why not Bad Gravy? You always say good gravy when something surprising, upsetting, or generally unsettling happens. Why not Bad Gravy? Because nobody even wants to think about Bad Gravy. It's all lumpy and gross. It's gray. Also, they've only had to fight Bajarl subs. The other one was also Bajarl main breed, but you know. 58% on Killer Queen. Here we go. Mystic Pot. Alright, well, you got guts. You got guts, kid. Bonked in the head. That's going to be a lot of damage. Alright. Good opener. Stab throw? Okay, he didn't know where to go there. Right jab gonna be enough? Holy moly. Alright, well, that was a set. Okay, Killer Queen wins that one. Mike Tyson punch. You got him. Manly Oak and Solemn up next. I've been working on my Tyson uppercuts. It's fun. Not something I'll like actually get to throw too much, especially in like light sparring, but it is fun to like throw your whole body into an uppercut. Okay, prediction is live. What do you guys like? Donate to Nash to uppercut someone a combo breaker? Oh my god. Ever done kickboxing or solely boxing? Just boxing. I have never done kickboxing. I did commentary for FGC. Was it just Smash events or others? I'm excited for Elena and SF6. The big events I did commentary for was just Smash, but you know, I did some commentary for Street Fighter 5 and for DBFZ. Some Strive, but like, you know, I was mostly working like a big boy job by that point. I was doing Smash when like I was like underemployed. 55% on Solemn. Also, you know, as much as it's like I'm kind of selling myself, holy shit. selling myself a little bit short here. Like the biggest Smash stream I commentated for had like 70,000 concurrent viewers. So, you know, I did some decent work in the Smash scene. Oh, Hammerfall miss. Okay, he's gonna land something. You'll volunteer to be uppercutted? No, I won't do it. There's like a 50-50 shot someone breaks a bone. Like, I might just like crush my hand. Like, and I'll obviously hurt the other person. Yeah, 70k. That was for Get On My Level 2016. Featuring 2 people who are like both banned from the scene now. In Grand Finals. I didn't do Grand Finals. I did top 16 to top 8. But, so I didn't do the top 8 bit, but our bracket still had quite a few viewers. I think that stream, like, peaked around like 100k. That wasn't for me, though. Well, I mean, none of it was for me. Prediction is live. Who do you guys like? I also got called a gap tooth honky on that stream, which still makes me laugh to this day, man. Twitch chat is so, like, obnoxious. They're, like, the least... You guys are nice, because we got a small channel, but I can't imagine, like, dealing with, like, the average Twitch chatter. You guys like watching the stream, because you guys like watching Monster Rancher. People who are just, like, on Twitch watching streams are, like, crazy people. Like, watching streams for the sake of watching streams. It's a god tier insult. It's fucking funny, man. I have had the gap in my teeth filled since then. It has nothing to do with the comment. But I did used to have a pretty big gap in my teeth. You love me because I'm a gap tooth honky? Okay, I'll get the gap put back in. You guys missed when I chipped my tooth and it broke the whole cap off, and I went back to being a gap tooth honky. Would have retaliated by shooting water out at high speed out of the gap in my teeth. I couldn't. The gap was too big. I couldn't like get enough pressure for that. It did take me a while to like relearn how to talk without like slurring, and not like gamer slurring, but like not like just like having a really fucked up speech impediment when I got my teeth fixed. Me looking like a stereotypical Albertan. So like how I look now, except I wear a cowboy hat even though I've never been on a ranch in my life. Anyway, that was 2 games for the plant. Guac and Quiver up next. That's a good fucking Friday night, that's all I'm gonna say. And flannel. It's funny because like I grew up in like Northern Ontario, which is like pretty socially conservative. Predictions live, by the way, but they would always vote like socialist because they had really strong union ties. So it was more of like economically it was very, very liberal. It was the whole bit. It was the bit from it was the bit from Sunny where it's like fiscally liberal, socially conservative. Like that's where I grew up, and so you know I'm sure there's a lot of overlap between where I grew up and like Alberta. Except I haven't been brainwashed into thinking that like my province somehow keeps the rest of the province afloat. That's the thing I've like noticed on like people arguing on Facebook Shorts, or not Facebook Shorts. Oh Christ, I can't imagine watching those and then opening the comments. That would be terrible. But like YouTube Shorts, Sometimes I'll watch like snippets from CBC or CTV or whatever, and then like the comments will auto-populate on the side. There's always one guy that's like, Alberta's GDP is higher than the rest of the country put together, and it's like they're like 5th highest in the country provincially. Like they're way behind Ontario and Quebec. It's like not even close. But they've been convinced that the oil from Alberta is like the only thing in the country that's making any money, and that it literally makes more than the rest of the country combined. There's always at least one guy saying that. Damn, the big splash. The big stab. As a Nova Scotian, I've definitely experienced, man, you're lucky we keep you afloat. I've got that as someone who lives in Ontario, and it's crazy because it's like, brother, we have the banking. Like, what are you talking about? Quiver's gonna take that one 2-1. Grew up and lived in Texas as well out there. Yeah, Alberta is like Texas light. It's Texas with a weaker cultural identity. Joan of Quiver. It's not Joan of Shash. Alberta believes the only reason it can't support itself as a sovereign state is because it spends equalization payments to the Atlantic provinces. It's so funny because it's like, what's going to happen as soon as, you know, you don't get government funding to like... Once Canada stops buying your oil, I don't know. It's funny. I don't really care. I don't have a strong opinion on it. People are allowed to be wrong and ignorant. I'm not here to convince them otherwise. Alright. Hey, Patrick Luke. Thank you. Welcome. Predictions Live. Who do you guys like? Money isn't real, it's just a construct. Let people invent water-powered cars. That's what I'm saying. Albertans love to complain about other provinces shutting down pipeline projects, but conveniently forget how negligent their oil and gas companies are. They want to shove the responsibility for spills on the provinces. That's the thing that, like, you know, with the new prime minister, they're talking about, like, building new pipelines and this and that. But a big, like... argument from Alberta is that they're mad that BC has a moratorium on like sending out oil tankers because they keep fucking failing and like polluting the coastline. And Alberta's like, you gotta let us pollute the coastline a little bit more. I don't really have a strong opinion on pipelines and stuff like that. I don't know enough about energy infrastructure to like say anything that wouldn't make me seem super ignorant. 85% on Jonas Slash. I just do think it's funny that there's a whole lot of like, I am the strongest man who has ever lived, and also I am a tiny little baby and everyone is mean to me, like double speak going on. I don't know. It's amusing, is all I'll say. Shape Lamer lands his first attack, 7 seconds left. Slash combo, big miss. Can't make an all-in without destroying a few ecosystems. Not the way we're going. Definitely not. Jonas Slash wins game number 1. Ooh, big ice arrow. Aqua Waves? Damn, Lamer's gonna take game number 2. We need Captain Planet. We do need Captain Planet. Alberta also consistently blocks BC from exporting our hydro energy to the East Coast by refusing to help build infrastructure for it in Alberta. Yeah, of course. I don't think anybody except Alberta likes Alberta, and it's entirely a self-inflicted wound. It's their own fault. They showed up to the party, told everyone else that they were in charge, and everyone's like, look at this fucking guy. And then, you know, so anyway, how was your day? Jonas Lash wins game number 3 to win that one. Ivy and Gandalf field up next. Gandalfi, my favorite actor on The Sopranos. Okay, prediction is live. Who do you guys like? This is the last round, or last match of round 2. Have a friend who works at a radio station in Alberta. That's cool. Going to Canada's Wonderland at the end of May. Have I been there? Many a time. I haven't been for many moons, but I have gone many times. I live like a half-hour drive from it. Maybe like 40 minutes. Depends on traffic. 55% on Ivy. Snowstorm. He hits him. It's honestly a pretty good theme park. There's a lot of solid roller coasters and stuff in it. Bang's been landing, man. Game number 2. Here we go. Whoa. That Jill ain't right. This is the Lightning. What do we got? Another flame. Mamma mia. He gets a downgrade on Mondays. Like, he gets nerfed. And what can you do? Should have known, considering what day these tournaments run. 2-0 for Ivy. All right, we're gonna go to game or set 3. I am going to go get some more water, and I will BRB. It does look like I'm missing some matches here. Let me reset this real quick. That's why you hate them. I don't like Mondays. Tell me why. Okay, BRB. See you guys in a sec. All right, knock it off, you guys. You're being so mean to Alberta right now. You're going to make him cry. It's not his fault. It's a little different. Okay, we got Bugzito Mask and Icaramba up next. Sorry, Albert. Everybody say sorry, Albert. Alberta does have the best theme song in Ragnarok Online, though, so Icaramba. Okay, predictions live. Who do you guys like? What province has the best food and worst food? I don't know, man. That's... I don't know. Strongest economy in all of North America. It's okay. I'm gonna say one more thing. When you have like 14 people living in your province and they all live there specifically for the job, the one job that everybody in the province does, like, yeah, you're gonna like have more like money per person than the average place on the continent, but Like by those standards, so does like the Northwest Territories. 56% on Bugzito Mask. Here we go. Niagara Falls Burger King? Hell yeah. Top 10. Oh, he hit him with the pivot? What's he doing? No, he went again, missed. Fury Kiss would have been crazy, brother. But hit him for minus 80. A double kiss. I don't know. I don't think... I'm going to be completely honest. I don't think there's an answer to that. It's like... It's asking which United States state has the best food. And it's like, it really depends on what you're looking for. It really depends on what you like. There's no answer there. Quebec is best food for sure. I don't know if that's true. Quebec does their own regional dishes better than anyone else in Canada tries to imitate them, for sure. That's for true. But I don't know if that's enough, is all I'm saying. People love to talk about it, how it's like, oh, you haven't had real poutine unless you go to Montreal or whatever, or Quebec City. And the ceiling on poutine is one of the lowest of like any possible food. The best poutine in the world is like a hard 7. Like you're never hitting 10 out of 10 on that. It's not happening. Food's not that good. Ay caramba, gonna take it. I do like Quebec. Fishmonger and Jeremiah Funk up next. Speaking facts, but ancestors are rolling in their grave. They probably look like, at this point, they probably look like an average poutine. You tripled your chips? Hell yeah. Texas, New York, Massachusetts. Prediction is live. You guys aren't eating California cheeseburgers? Got the munchies for a California cheeseburger. All right. So, Ay Caramba is going to be moving on to Don Juan. Don Juan, even. The best food in the U.S. is a Mexican restaurant. Yeah, probably. Montreal Steak Spice is God's gift to food. It is pretty good. The Montreal bagels are fire too. They're pretty solid. Put Cali on the list before Mass. That's what I'm saying. There's too much variety and culture for it to like be a meaningful conversation. One thing I will say for Halifax, there's a good variety of cuisine for different culture. I'm gonna hold my tongue or else you're gonna be offended. Fishmonger Jeremiah Funk. About 50-50. Shout out to Yellowknife. Shout out to Yellowknife, baby. Fishmonger takes game number 1. I like Halifax. As a city, it's fun. I spent a lot of time there. Multiple different occasions. But it really is like the entirety of Halifax downtown is like a small neighborhood in Toronto. Okay, that was that game 1 or game 2? We're gonna play one more and you guys can yell at me and tell me I'm wrong. Don't even know what BC has their cuisine. That was game 2? Okay. So was that... It's 2 for fish. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. The fishy wins. Mitochondrion and Vespinato up next. I gotta spell it wrong. BC has tons of sushi. That makes sense. West Coast. Salmon. It's got salmon. Yeah, prediction is live. There's an all-you-can-eat sushi place near me. I may try that next week, but I always get nervous. All-you-can-eat sushi is usually, like, not super good quality, but it's usually, like, a solid, like, 5.5 to 6. Any good breweries in Toronto? Yeah, a lot of really garbage ones, too. The thing about Toronto is that it feels, from, like, having been to the States, it kind of feels like a mix of, like, a mini New York. There's some Chicago in there. There's some, like, Seattle in there. Just, like, you know, with the cultural vibes. It's kind of, it feels coastal for the most part. And then, you know, there's some Chicago, but it's mostly coastal. 71% on Vespinato. But because of that, and because, you know, it's a little late on certain trends, it wasn't until, like, a few years ago that we got some breweries that weren't just, like, doing, like, the skunkiest, like, most insane ultra, triple, quadruple IPAs. Where it's like, wow, this tastes like battery acid. Like, not a single person was doing, like, a regular ass, like, light beer. No one was doing, like, a lager. It was all like, here's our 46-second aged stout that's like 99% alcohol. It's just... And when I was 19, that shit was sick as hell. And now that I'm an old man, I just want a, like, nice beer that's, like, easy to drink and does not, like, feel like a challenge. That's every big city everywhere. Bad breweries make the good ones that much better, for sure. I don't know anything about brewing, but from my friends who, like, do it themselves, everybody says that IPAs are, like, the easiest to make because it's, like, there's such a small window on, like, lighter beers to, like, get it right. And with IPAs, there's, like, a pretty big window on both sides, like, timing-wise, to, like, make it happen. And so they make IPAs simply because it's easy. And I don't know if that's what all breweries do or if it's something they, like, actually enjoy. But my friends make IPAs because they're just straight up like, this takes less effort. Vespinato takes it. Okay, we're playing one more. I'm talking to chat. We're having a good time, but I'm not paying attention to who's winning. I know Mitochondrion's got at least one win. Vespinato's got at least one win. That might be 2-1. How's it going? It's going good. Thanks for asking. You can cover up mistakes easily with IPAs? Yeah, it's 2-1 for Vespinato? Okay. Thank you. Sometimes, you know, I'm not paying attention. Never been a drinker. Closest thing I've had was non-alcoholic beers. They're pretty decent. I got Sapporo 0% the other day, and I was like, I got it because it came with a 6-pack of Sapporo. And honestly, it was pretty good. It tasted like I would expect it to. Granola and liquid. I used it for cooking. Like, I drank about half of it, and then the rest of it went into the mac and cheese I was making. There's a lot of breweries in Charlotte making non-alcoholic beer that are really great. That's cool. Yeah, alcohol-free beers are becoming more and more popular. There's a market for it. Prediction is live. People like the taste, but, you know, maybe they're recovering alcoholics, or maybe they just straight up don't want to get drunk. Definitely need some liquid after you eat a granola bar. This granola is making me thirsty. Should still be pretty pricey. Yeah, for sure. 66% on granola. You gone granola. Oh my god, I posted it in the Discord. I have a new sound effect I want to add. And I have to show you guys the video. We'll do it right after this. Liquid wins game number 1. Big shift away from drinking with the upcoming generation. Yeah, they're like the most prudish generation to ever exist. How come they gotta have sex scenes in my movies? People don't have sex. I don't want to see a sex scene. That never happens in real life. I don't know. I'm not saying the young folks aren't having sex. They're all deep-throating vape pens now. That's like the way God intended, right? Why Gen Alpha doing the TikTok trend of frying their school laptops? I don't know, man. I don't even have TikTok. 2.0 Liquid. Okay. I was like 99% sure, but I figured if I played another game, someone would yell at me about it. Okay. So, it's like when you pronounce a word wrong in a video on purpose to get more people clicking on your shit. Okay, I gotta show you guys something. It's probably not going to this time, specifically because, you know, I saw it recently. But for as long as I can remember, every time I've watched this video, I've had to, like, try my hardest not to, like, cry laughing. And, hold on, I just want to make sure. Game's still playing? Why is it still playing audio? I have it muted. It shouldn't be going anywhere. Hold on. Okay, can you still hear me? Yeah, you can still hear the game, though. It's not being muted. Whatever, I'll do this. Okay, there we go. Can't mute that for me. Hey, thanks for the follow. I gotta show you guys this video. You probably know if you're in the Discord because I posted it there the other day. I won't say they should make movies with sex in them, but I'll pass on hearing mac and cheese noises in Dolby Digital Surround while 2 ugly AF actors get naked on giant screen. Goat, I'm gonna be real. That sounds like you've never watched a movie in your life. I don't know how to respond to that. You've made up a scenario that doesn't exist. Yeah, you're right. That sounds awful, which is probably why it's never happened in the history of cinema. Oh my god. Okay. This is like guy imagines what a movie is. I don't know. That's so out of left field. The American, I don't know what that is. Exception that proves the rule. Anyway. This is, like I've said, this is literally the funniest. It's called porn. Yeah, you're describing porn, yeah. Also, it's really funny because I have friends who are like, I don't want to see sex scenes in movies. Like, it's so gross and this and that. And then I see the shit they post on Twitter or Blue Sky, and it's like, this is so much worse than any sex scene I've ever seen in my life. Like, I can't imagine you don't understand, like, the irony in this. Not you, but, like, I've seen that before. 90% of the time when people have sex in a movie, there's definitely some meaning to it. Yeah, it doesn't just, like, the idea that it's like, oh, it's just gratuitous is, like, that's, like, a thing from the 80s. It doesn't really happen. You're ace, so you just don't care for sex scenes. I think you're. This is not me trying to marginalize being asexual, right? I don't know what it's like. Whatever, more power to you. But like they're put in a movie for a reason, usually narratively, and I think, you know, when they're done well, like any other piece of media, any other storytelling element, like it does make the experience better. Okay, anyway. That's the wrong display capture. This is what we're looking at. There's a sound effect in here I gotta add. This is a bit of a spoiler. It's literally the funniest fucking video. I gotta make sure.
The concept.
Okay. It explains itself. I don't need to set this up.
The concept was to make a video of the pet while it's still alive, telling the child it's in animal heaven now. I hired the only voice actor that responded to my Craigslist ad to be the dog, but when we showed it to the owner's child...
Oh, it's me, Maddie. I'm in heaven now.
So sorry I died. I miss you so much.
I'm happy here, so I'm not coming home. I miss so
Why does
many
she talk
friends
like
up
that?
here. However,
No,
I
she
think about
doesn't.
you all the time.
Yeah.
What a, oh,
Goodbye.
it's okay.
He hated his dog's voice. Another flubbed idea.
Holy shit, man. Another flubbed idea. So sorry I died. I miss you so much. I'm in heaven now. I like it here. I'm not coming home. I miss you. There's so many bits that I can make into a sound effect.
I'm dying.
Yeah, it's that, but like that was like real loud. Oops. My god. I miss you so much. Why does he sound like Asian Tommy Wiseau? Okay, anyway. Christopher Walken and Tommy Wiseau, kinda, yeah. She said, I'll see you soon. It's funny because there's a lot that, like, you know, the voiceover and, like, the video kind of, like, covers it. But you can hear it in the background, and he says, I have a lot of nice friends here, but I still miss you.
40 pizzas.
Papa John's.
Oh, he's Asian? Right, but is he also Tommy Wiseau? Bears. Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah, it sounds like Tommy Wiseau. Chris Walken. This man's on a first name basis with Christopher Walken. That's crazy. Shape of Lamer and Firm Middable up next. I miss you so much. Sorry I died. Prediction is live. The Bye Daddy I'm Dying is good too. Chrissy W. Chrissy Dubs. He lets me call him that because of how good friends we are. He keeps forgetting that for some reason though. He's getting old. I haven't seen his show, The Curse. No. Is it like the Masked Singer? That's all I watch. It's the only TV show. That and Young Sheldon. 86% on Shape of Lamer. Guy who's only seen The Masked Singer getting a lot of Masked Singer vibes from this. Oh, Cold Fog, big damage. Another Ice Arrow. Bazinga, as they say. That is what they say. Damn, the tail attack. That grit's coming in handy for him. Can't use Moose Bones redeems for the CB top 4? I know. That'd be sick. They should put Young Sheldon on The Masked Singer. Like the kid? But he's the costume. Hell yeah. You and your wife go with the Bye Daddy, I'm dying all the time IRL this part. It's so good. That's such a good sketch. Oh my god, 200 damage? A damage roll to win it? I'll do it. What does Vigor do? So Vigor procs if you swing the first attack of the match and the attack lands. That's the only way Vigor can proc, and it's like a 50% chance. And it just makes your arena movement speed maximum. So, you know, sometimes monsters have like a slower arena movement speed. They like literally move within the arena slower than other monsters. That just like sets it to the maximum. Baron and Manly Oak. It has like no bearing on AI battles. It's kind of good in PvP. Like human control play. Also gives your opponent 2 to 3 seconds of free guts gen. Yeah, for sure. It gives your opponent fury, yeah. It's almost entirely just a downside. Prediction is live, by the way, in this in AI versus AI battles. I was thinking of old Mr. Show sketches the other day, and there's a couple that like have not aged super well. There's a lot of stuff in Mr. Show that's like, and like later on with whatever with Bob and David, the Netflix show that came out later, where they would make fun of something that's like racist, or like they would make fun of racist people or people who are like, you know, bigoted against like disabled people or bigoted against people with like I don't know, like intellectual disabilities or whatever. And you know, that comes with like using slurs and like doing all like this borderline heinous shit. And 60% Baron. And it's kind of funny because it's obviously like an older generation, so they don't understand why like it's like you're still saying the slur even if you're doing it to make fun of someone else. Like doesn't absolve you of it. You're still saying the words. But there's one episode it's like San Francisco the musical or whatever, and they get to a bit where, you know, they're talking about all these stereotypes of San Francisco and they throw it into this musical, and then they get to Chinese people, and the bit is that like instead of Chinese people, they're like gray aliens. And like that's like the Chinese people are like gray aliens in the San Francisco musical, because like, you know, the joke about aliens or whatever. And on its surface, it's like genuinely kind of funny, but it makes sense that like people aren't okay with that. And I remember them doing like an interview, and it's like, yeah, I don't know why people are upset. We're not making fun of Asian people. And it's like, no, you're not. You're making fun of racists, but like, come on, use your head. You like Durahan so much? Yeah. Gandalf Field and Conquest. I don't know. It's old people. That's all it is old people don't understand that the world has continued to progress beyond them. Conquest. Dan. Get off my lawn. Predictions live. Who do you like? Am I really so out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong. Yeah, that's basically it. And it's like, as someone who is like white and therefore not easily offended by things, because, you know, nothing is made to offend me. I've never like developed it's hard for me to get offended like on behalf of someone, but if someone is offended by something like I say or do, like I'm very willing to like listen. But it's just like I don't have that like radar beyond, you know, like some like really obvious stuff. And like to me, showing like Asian people as like gray aliens as like a joke, like a pun on the word like alien is, you know, it's kind of egregious. 55% on Gandalf. That's all you really can do, yeah. Centaur Bajarl's so cursed. He's so sick, man. He's definitely one of my favorite monsters. I love his legs. It looks like he's wearing Jinko jeans. Not really, they're not flared, but like, you know what I mean. They go all the way past his feet. He said woo, he does say woo. Woo. Oh, he got him. He got him with the armpit throw. Looks like a horse from Gumby. Pokey? Yeah, he does kind of look like Pokey. Just a big Animal Crossing gyroid. Legs go all the way to the floor. It's true, they do. Like a table. Oh, shit! He hits him with the death thrust? That's gonna do it. Centaur an insect? He's got 6 legs? Yeah, I guess he does have 6 legs. Are all centaurs insects? You've given me a lot to think about. Gandalf can't catch a break. It's Monster Rancher, baby, he said solemnly. Guac and Gogurt up next. Ew. Put them together, what you got? The world's worst dip. No thorax? Says you. Okay, prediction is live. Who do you like? Where is his heart? Is it the humanoid torso or the horse chest? Horse chest. That's the weakest part of the horse. The front. How's having 999 life better than having more defense? Just mathematically, defense does less damage mitigation than high life does. Just the math. In Monster Rancher 1, it's the opposite. Defense is like unbelievably powerful, and then in Monster Rancher 2, they kind of overcorrected and made it really weak. 92% on guac. People like the guac. Is that the weakest part of the horse? You're new here, is all I'm gonna say. Don't worry about it. You'll learn in time. Gogurt takes game number 1. How do I know where to hit a horse? Don't ask a man his business. The suffocation miss. Ooh, he hits the electric blow. Let's go. Big stab. He's got power. He doesn't need it. Power long punch. That'll do, Gert. That'll do. I'm Gert, and this is my brother Bert. Someone's gotta go see a man about a horse. Someone's gonna go see a horse about a man, apparently. Gogurt takes that one 2-0. I Shank a lot and Sank Hoghag up next. Sick new dude, thank you. Yeah, I've had it for a week and a half. Two weeks? Yeah, over 2 weeks I've had it. Sanch. Okay, dog versus the dog she told you not to worry about. Prediction is live. Who do you like? Is life defense math works best for this meta, or is it more a general thing? Yeah, defense is like almost always worse. There's like weird situations where like if you have a move with like life steal on it or something, maybe you would go higher defense and lower life. Because, you know, if you steal life, going back to full health is better than stealing health and not going back to full health. But almost always life is better for defense, for like damage mitigation, percentage-wise at least, than defense is. The situations where like high defense would do more is if you had way more defense than your opponent had power. If you have like, if they have like 400 power and you have like 999 defense, 999 defense will do more for damage mitigation than 999 life will. But, you know, there's not a lot of situations where your opponent's running like 400 power. 73% and I shank a lot. Basically, it like scales up on like a curve where it becomes more powerful the more points you have in it. But because it caps at 999, it doesn't actually outscale the linearness of life. So it basically goes like this. It like starts there and it starts to curve up, and then at like 999 it like ends here. If you could go to like 3000 defense would probably be better. But it's just, you know, it's not there. I shank a lot wins game number 1. You've been falling down the VTuber rabbit hole? Brother, you're gonna become racist. I'm sorry to tell you. Okay, so the dog bites his way to a victory. 2-0. Meow and Quiver up next. Training monsters wrong my entire life. It's kind of anti, or like unintuitive, I should say. People who are into VTubers weird me out. You don't want to be racist? I don't want to be an asshole anymore. Whoa, whoa. Good to you. You guys know the Men Zingers? You guys don't know the Men Zingers. I'm just singing songs. It's okay. I got to do a session with them. That dude is very nice. Okay, prediction is live. Who do you guys like? Watch some VTubers. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with it. I got friends who are VTubers. We got Lexi. Lexi's a VTuber. People who are like territorial about it, or like this is my favorite and the VTuber you like is bad. There's like a whole like subculture of people who treat them like sports teams, right? Those people are crazy. Those are like deeply unwell people who are like super into like the HoloLive shit. 64%. But most people who like do VTubing are just like normal ass people who don't want a camera on them. Damn! Beat his ass. I've seen that and don't care for whatever floats their boat. They aren't hurting anyone. Except when they are, which is what I'm getting at. Like, a lot of VTubers are starting, especially like English VTubers, are starting to like realize that a big portion of their audience like feeds off of them being like ultra racist. And they get like more donations when they like talk about white genocide and shit. And so they've been like, you know, like leaning into that super hard. So there's like the two schools of like people who are like really weird about like the HoloLive people in like a, what do you call it? In like a idol type of way. And then there's people who like the English VTubers who are like really like kowtowing to like a racist community because that's what pays their bills. And then you got like people like Lexi who have just, you know, a VTuber avatar and they do fun streams about Monster Rancher. Weeb shit and bigotry is horror. 100%. Though you repeat yourself. What? 1 HP in a dream and broomstick up next. Or like my boy Mar. We've raided Mar a bunch of times. The Kirby with the mustache. Shelter's also a VTuber. Haven't watched him in a while. There's quite a few in the community, actually. I don't have anything against it inherently. I got a bunch of friends who do it, but Predictions Live, there's just, you know, a bigger wave of, you know, the most unwashed people imaginable finding a new thing to be crazy about. %60 on Broomstick. We got Broomstick fans. Damn, he misses. He does have quite a few like accurate attacks, but he also gets smooshed. Funniest thing I've seen someone do with their VTuber avatars, they had channel point reward where you could throw stuff at them. Yeah, there's quite a few who have that. Oh shit, the knock. I will say, if I wasn't as dashingly handsome as I am, I would consider getting well, what would I even do for a VTuber? I'd probably do a mono, like 100%. Just like the brick. Dad of Phantom and Down to Clown up next. Open up the door, it's mono. Knock, knock. Surprised no one's done that yet. I don't know. I'd get canceled for blackface or something. People are always looking to be angry about something online. Okay, 1 HP in a dream, won that one. Okay, prediction is live. What do you guys like? Nighttime would be cute. That's true. It would be cute. He do be cute. Beat me to the blackface bit. Someone clip that. Someone take a screenshot of Macho saying that. We're gonna cancel Macho. Surely that can't be taken out of context. 81% on Down to Clown. If I wanted a visual thing, probably go VTuber, but I'm like just not good at doing webcam. Period. It's fair. Go with Silveros or something. I think I'm legally required to do Ivory Wall. Surely West Virginians aren't all like that. West Virginia, Mount Mama, take me home. Faceless Entity, brother. What are you gonna do if you get on commentary at Combo Breaker? You're gonna have to put a bag over your head. Tech mode and still lost. He's getting punched. He's got a punch of his own. Oh shit! There's the Death Slash. Down to Clown, gonna win that one. Real wear out is real. Yeah, it's funny how the only two arrowheads we had today were Silketos, and they both got real like a bunch of times. Bag with a bowl of macaroni and cheese drawn on the front. Catherine and Killer Queen up next. We're getting close to the end of this, folks. It's been a fun night. We got about 8 matches left. Thank you for tuning in. I don't think I get to stream again for the rest of the week. I'm like,
I wanna play video games.
hey. Thank you, Gmo. Appreciate it. I'm working a decent amount of hours, but prediction is live. But it's all nights. It's all nights this week. Today was the only day I wasn't working nights. And I did work. Give me a PA system like Price Master. 999 damage. Dude, Price Master is so good. Got here late. Awesome to see Liquid pulled his gooey weight tonight. He's doing okay, yeah. I got to catch you, then have chuckles over stuff. Salty bets, hell yeah. 61% on Killer Queen. Yeah, I haven't been able to stream more than like once a week for like a month. It's like really obnoxious. $10,000. Have you guys like seen the extended one? It's like 2.5 hours. And there's like this one lady who like argues with him. She's like, I'll give you $5. And he's like, $5 million. And she's like, no, I'm going to give you $5. And she like is like trying to take it. And he's like, he just keeps giving her prices, but she's like very ready to just straight up steal this thing. This like pawn or whatever. It's like getting really annoyed with him. You guys don't even know what I'm talking about. Half of you do. The other half are like, what the fuck's going on here? So good. The beat dance. Catherine, gonna take that one. Lanny Poffo and Equitatus up next. Got no idea. Look up the Price Master. It's a guy with a PA system at a yard sale, giving prices to people as they ask like what things are worth, and everything is like thousands to like billions of dollars. Pull up the video. Well, yeah, at the end of this, we'll take a look. We'll get through the stream first. Okay, prediction is live. Who do you like? He does kind of look like Galley. He looks like if Galley was the mirror shield from Ocarina of Time. It's a very specific combo, but when you see it, you'll be like, oh yeah, I see what he's talking about. 32 minutes. There's like a 2-hour one. We definitely will not be watching the whole thing. You're cooking up a Price Master Galley? Hell yeah. 53%. Oh my god. I didn't say who that was for. I just said 53%. 53% of people voted. It was 53% for Lanny Poffo, by the way. So that is a very small majority. Holy shit. The double meteor drive. He knows what it needs to... He knows what it takes to win. Into the kiss? Will the kiss kill? No. But it does give him the guts lead. He needs to not use tail assault, though. Make me an offer. Oh my god. I'm excited to watch it now. Hell yeah. 53% of people voted. That's true. I think that's we were talking about this earlier with Blue Sky and how there's like a very like obnoxious liberal edge where like I cannot ever be wrong about anything vibe on Blue Sky. And one of the things that's so funny is whenever anyone talks politics, every single person is like, Kamala Harris only lost because she is black and a woman. There were no policy changes that needed to be different. She ran a perfect campaign. Everything was perfect, and she only lost because America is racist. And it's like, okay, well, you could just choose not to learn anything from your mistakes. That's fine, I guess. Equitatus wins that one 2-1. I said it was 2-0, but... Creepy Tree and Solemn. Make me an offer would be a good sound clip when I throw up a bet. That would be good. And it's like, it doesn't really matter where you stand on the issues. On that issue specifically, like what she could have done differently. You know, I've got pretty strong opinions on it, but it doesn't really matter. Like, the point is, when you lose, it's because something went wrong. And contrary to the whole the Captain Picard quote of like, you know, I'm gonna butcher it because I don't remember. I've never watched fucking Star Trek in my life. Predictions Live, of how you can make no wrong moves and still lose, and that's life. That's not like a great way to go about your existence, right? Like, if something goes wrong, at least like try and take stock of what happened. And if your idea is, And this is going to sound fucking crazy, and I'm going to get canceled for this. If you are so sure that the only reason your candidate lost was because of their gender and their racial background, but you still think it was a good idea to run that person, knowing that it makes sense that they lost because of that, that's still like an issue, right? It's more than one issue. It's a multifaceted issue. But if you truly believe that, and you truly believe that that is the only issue, then you lost on the character select screen. You picked a low tier. If that's what you believe. And shit like that is like, I don't know, man. It feels very like... So waiting till the 11th hour to switch out Joe? No, 100%. Also, that was an entire fucking set. Right? No, hold on. He missed the first one. I'm so lost. Are we on game 3? 2-0 for Tree. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. But yeah, that's not... I think, you know, far be it from me to tell Americans their business. I do think it makes a lot of sense that the white guy won. Right? Like, I don't think that's surprising. But I think you're deluding yourself if you think, like, there were no other factors at play, right? Politics are just messy. It's just like the thing that's like frustrating to me is these people are not like inherently racist, right? They're not outwardly racist. They're probably inherently racist. We all have, you know, things that we have to try and be better at. Prediction is live. We all have tendencies that we, you know, have been taught that we need to fix. And it just is how society is, right? But I don't know, man. If you go through life just being like everything is just like the way it is because life is unfair and the world is against me in particular, it's just, you know, sometimes there's some of that, especially if you're marginalized, but I don't know, man. I think in a political setting, at least, like in a personal setting, more so, you maybe don't have as much agency. But in a political setting, you choose, you very like literally choose who gets elected. 52% on Flower Trip. I don't know, man. Ever since they forced Bernie off the race, I'm saying, man. Life is unfair, and anyone who tries to tells you otherwise is trying to sell you something. True, but I will say everyone who tells you life is unfair is like actively not trying to make it better. Hearing life is unfair growing up is like, I did not realize how much of an indictment it was of like a complacency of the older generations when I heard it as a kid. But now that I'm older and I'm like, better things are possible, it's the whole life is unfair bit really does, it feels hollow. It feels like it's unfair because you got old and you realize you're like, whatever, I'm fine with things the way they are. I started a fire with someone mentioned to me that Orange Man wants to try and pull something to run a third term. Yeah, there's I don't really care. There's stuff they gotta like figure out before they worry about that, I think. I think it's impossible, but it's unfair because of how much it takes to get where you are compared to others. For sure. And like, you know, I'm trying to be real careful about not preaching to people who have worse conditions than me socially and societally and, you know, personally, because that doesn't do anyone any good, and I don't feel good doing it. But I think when it comes to like electing someone, predictions live, by the way, you have an actual choice. You don't have to elect X person, especially if you think X person is going to lose because of these immutable truths, right? Like, if that's what you truly, truly believe, that she could not possibly win because America is so racist, then you admit that it was a mistake to run that person, right? But no, there's just nothing. Everything was perfect. We lost because everyone's unfair and everyone cheated. And we will learn nothing from it. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. He's already selling 2028 merch. That's actually crazy. The world isn't kind, skill issue. I am. That's what I'm saying, GOAT. Hell yeah. This is not me saying they, like, you should only run for office if you're white. That's an insane thing to put in my mouth. I can't believe anyone would say that. But my point is, like, if this is what you truly believe, then, you know, there's some cognitive dissonance there, which means that you don't truly believe that. Or, you know, I've made my point. I don't need to belabor it. 65% on man. Just like the election. Oh my god, it's coming to fruition again. Clips keep rolling through tonight. Oh, we grit the slap, baby. We're in there. Slash combo. No, big miss. Come on. Okay, he's dodged like 2 attacks. That's fine. A lot of nuance involved in the way people voted. Why people voted the way they did. It's way more than we could get into in a stream. 100%. 100%. But my point is more that, like, trying to, like, have that conversation with people on Blue Sky is crazy. Not like I don't try to have that conversation, but I see other people try to have that conversation, and it's like, that's Godspeed, brother. All I'm gonna say to that. He dodged more than I did. That's crazy. Whatever. Whatever, man. No, 50% on slash combo and not hitting it sucks, but what are you gonna do? Don Reynolds is gonna take that one. Hood Classic and Ivy up next. Thought Blue Sky was made to stop that sort of thing. No, but that's what we're talking about. Is like Twitter is like those people are like deeply, deeply evil. Blue Sky is people who believe they cannot possibly be evil, and therefore every opinion they have is the morally correct one. Not even just like the logically correct one, but like morally as well. Which is like very, very obnoxious in its own way. That's how this whole conversation started. I think that was before you joined the stream, but yeah. Predictions live, who do you like? The fart sniffing episode of South Park? Yeah. Virtue signaling. It is like the virtue signaling website, 100%. So much is just the... Oh. You... Like, every time anybody, like, makes, like, any kind of, like, political comment or whatever, right? 76% on Hood Classic. Someone will say, like, this is important to think about right now. And they're like, oh, actually, I think this other thing is more important to think about. Or did you forget about that? And it's like, you're like really unhappy people, man. You gotta like call your kids more. Unfortunately, it's easier to block and ignore junk on Blue Sky than on Twitter. It's very easy to block. What's really funny on Blue Sky is that if there's a conversation and somebody blocks the other person, you can no longer see the whole conversation, even if you're not blocked by either of them. It's really funny. Hood Classic wins game number 1. Tumblr used to be a lot like that, and then people left and they joined Blue Sky. Hood Classic? Well, that's certainly how Hood Classic does. That's a 2-1. And we got our final match of the night, Gelato and Jonah Slash. Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been a lot of fun. We talked about some pretty crappy topics today, but, you know, we did it in a pretty, I want to say, even-handed way. Not in, like, a both sides type of way, but more of, like, a, you know, try not to get too down on any specific thing. Tumblr's so funny, yeah. Talked about doing whiteface VTuber stream. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Okay, prediction is live. Topics were a bit heavy tonight. It's the world we live in. You can't escape politics by playing video games. You gotta go to therapy for that. The Super Rat had a funny tweet about that today. It was basically that. It was like, video games aren't escapism. You just are like deeply unhappy and need to see a therapist. 56% on Gelato. But it's more so because he deals with like games that have like pretty obvious like political slants to them, like Bethesda games and whatever. And his videos are always like, oh, why'd you have to bring politics into it, from like the people in his comment section. And it's like, brother, Bethesda brought the politics in it. I just played the game and have a functioning brain. ¿Por qué no lo dos? That's what I'm saying. Tumblr was my big exposure to social issues, but it's really funny because it was the most unhinged way to learn about those issues. Yeah, like I have a friend who like kind of went down the alt-right pipeline, but he started off as like ultra left-wing from like things he had seen on Tumblr, and he ended up living in like a squat house, and then he left that whole life because he was being gaslit super hard by like the group of like people he was living with, and they were like saying he was like being evil to them, and like he needs to like atone for his sins against the community and things like that. And basically all it was like he had like spoken to a girl and his girlfriend didn't like it. Sounds like he asked them to wash their dishes. Yeah, it was somehow less fucked up than that, or more fucked up than that. That was a 2-0, right? But anyway, yeah, it's a friend I have that like it's 1-1, okay. And then you know, we ended up getting radicalized a little bit on the right because of how shitty that situation was. And that's like I understand like going to the other side, but I don't understand the like not caring about people. Like that's the part I don't get. But I never had a roommate in my life outside of freshman year of college. I've had a couple. Thought it was 2-0? I thought it was 2-0 as well. We're gonna have to watch it back. If Worm wins, well, Worm's gonna win. Either way. Worm won more games, that's all I know. I know for sure Worm won more games. Okay. Anyway, I'm glad you guys are here and we're not, I don't know. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I don't have all the answers. But they do like to think that, like, caring about people does a lot to, help out your worldview. And just, like, thinking that other people are people and they're important does a lot of good just in your own community. Even if you're not actually doing anything in your own community, even if you're like a weird shut-in like I am, the notion of, you know, do no evil has a... There's a certain je ne sais quoi about it that makes you feel better, and honestly, I think It makes you cooler. Makes you fuck better. Just everything. Girls like you more. That's all I'm saying. Relevant topic is in my country had their elections yesterday and it's dire. Oh no. I'm funny and have charisma, so I don't have to be smart. I think I'm very close to 0 for 3 on that. I think the face does a lot for the charisma. The funny is like I try, man, but like it's not great a lot of the time. That's fine. What's the opposite of a triple threat? Because I got that going on. Anyway, thanks, folks. I really appreciate you hanging out. This was a lot of fun. Eating fried chicken in your underwear, watching Golden Girls at 2 a.m. can't be beaten. That's true, but you can also do that with roommates. That's all I'm saying. Price Master? Oh, right. We got to do Price Master. Okay. We'll do Price Master real quick. I said the phrase that makes you fuck good, and it makes girls like you too. He does look like if Gally was mixed with the Mirror Shield. That's all I'm saying. Maybe I am good. This is a 2-minute video. Okay. So there's a 2-hour video, there's a 30-minute video, and then there's this. Saturday, February 10th, 2001?
Take a check. I'll give you $17.95. $17.95 for the remaining TV. We'll take a check for $17,000. Price Master, how much for the bronze crucifix?
Okay, sorry, I turned it down.
Oh, these wonderful
Oh my
designs
God,
themselves
man.
are worth it. I'm glad you like it. Ah, they're hilarious.
Volume to absolute max on the bros mic. Yeah, it's clipping so hard.
Y'all not selling any of this stuff, right? Oh, you. This stuff is not for sale. This is a joke. Not at the prices you're wanting.
He's talking. Oh my God. So we're not gonna watch this. There's a bit where the lady is like arguing with him and she's like, I'm gonna steal this. It might be her. Yeah.
Doesn't really want to sell the stuff, does he? He wants to play with this. He likes when you get creative stuff. Well, I gotta go home. Come on, I need this stuff. You're not really selling it, are you? No. All right, I'm just taking it and giving you money.
She needs the nunchucks. She really needs that stuff.
I'm gonna have to price it myself.
Yeah, the music's really good.
How about $5 for all this?
It's Price Master's deal.
Well, I'm gonna leave and take it.
That's theft. If you can't make a deal, then you need to put it back where you found it.
Sell, but it's for whatever price he.
Well,
I love his lackeys.
yeah. So.
Then that's the price.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry.
Anyway, there's a half hour of this if you want to watch it. All right. Let's find someone to raid. Oh, maybe Octopimp is streaming. Yeah, he is. All right. Let's go raid him and we'll bug him about Combo Breaker. Okay, we need a... We need a raid message. What do we yell? Just yell Combo Breaker at him. Make me an offer? Yeah, okay. 500 million viewers is good. Yeah. Just whatever you think is funniest from the Price Master video. We're gonna go say hi. Thank you guys. I'm gonna go to bed. I gotta get up pretty early tomorrow morning. So we'll go say hi. I'll hang out in the stream for a little bit. He's playing Expedition 33, and then we're gonna... That's a fucking crazy... His stream title is insane. Alright, I'm going to sleep. See ya.